Hello gamers, Matt Lemke here with Through Gamer Goggles. And today we're going to take a look at the Kings of War rulebook that came out, May-ish, I believe. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it. I haven't had a chance to read at it yet. This is really just going to be a visual review of the book so you can get a good idea of how much time and energy they put into their art and stuff. I think it's a really good rulebook, and it's inexpensive. I believe the rulebook is only $35. Which is more than a fair price for what you're going to get. The book in itself is about 150 pages. It has a great index, lots of color photos. In the back you can find the tournament rules, which they're going to have a championship tournament at Adepticon this year, I believe, is where they're going to do it. I'm going to zoom out just a hair. Well, actually, I'm going to zoom in on this piece of art because I like it. It's a really cool piece of art. You get, some dwarfs. It looks like an orc, a whole bunch of skulls, big axe, and a hammer. I think it's pretty sexy. The rules are written by Alessio Cavatore, and you get obviously you get a table of contents. Some of the things that I wanted to point out is the map on page 10 is a really nice map, and then the rules start on page 22. And they go to 46. So there's only about 20 pages of rules for the game. And then you have some advanced rules that's about another 20 pages, which includes timing your games, terrain and buildings, multiplayer games, siege warfare, which can be important, campaigns. And then it has the force list from 78 to 132. So it's a pretty in-depth rule book. So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to flip through here real quick and show you some of the things that I found that were unique, like some of the art that is really cool. They've got a lot of sketch and concept art here from the original days of building the game. And now look at that map. They spent a lot of time on their map for their world. Basically it's Europe, but it's really cool. I mean, you got your Mediterranean Sea here, but there's nothing wrong with it. Lots, I see a European influence there. But they did they spent a lot of good time on it. And they have actual pictures of their painted models for you to show you what you can do with these figures. Let's check out that dog. And there's a lot of background information here too. Again, some more concept art. One of the other things I did want to point out is at every section they do a big blowout of a actual battlefield that they've mocked up at the Mantic store. And when they do your units and stuff, they use different actual models for the examples, which I think is brilliant. Which it's nothing new in the gaming industry, but the pictures that they use, they're very clear. Stats when they go through the turn, and then almost any time there's anything that's outlaid in the book for your ease, they have little breakdowns that they want to draw your attention to it. Flip through here, all the special rules. There's not really, their text is a good size. It's probably 14 or 16 point font, so it's not like when I say there's 40 pages of rules that you have a ton of reading to do. And there's a good bit of spacing between everything that's been broken up. And then when you get into building your force, they have an example right away, and then they have they talk about your allies and your alignments right off the bat. I have not played a game of Kings of War yet. We started to read the rules, the quick start rules, about a year ago, and we got sidetracked getting ready for conventions. Another thing that I really like about what they did with the book is they get into the magic artifacts, and they have all these really cool pictures of these different things, like this sword. I'm actually playing an elf in a role-playing game right now, and I'm designing my own rapier, and this kind of influence might end up in my drawing. That was a dying child, if you heard that. And then, again, we're at another section of the rules, the advanced rules, where you start getting into siege and timed games. And check out the concept art for this elf. Terrain and buildings. Again, they're using actual examples. Some classic Mantic Games art here. Siege Warfare. They have great charts for it, and then over here they have the different items, upgrades, dwarf minefields and stuff in a red chart for you. Some more great art. If you're a Mantic Games fan and you like their art, you might want to buy the book just for their art. Some great terrain. I'd like to know where they got some of this. Again, great concept art for the undead. And then that moves into the campaigns. Campaign rules. I haven't read those yet, and that's actually one of the things that I'm going to find very interesting in this game, I believe. And then it moves into the force lists, and you have your section on your dwarves, and it breaks it all down with actual model units. And then you keep moving, and it goes right into the elves. In the Kingdom of Men. And there was one orcs. The Twilight King. And of course the undead, which I think that is one of my favorite all-time undead pictures right there. Which this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, werewolves. Sexy. Didn't know they had them. Tournaments. Oh, it's missing. The only thing I wish they had was, that I didn't see, was reference charts. I really thought I saw them the first time I went through the book. No, I guess I'm wrong. But there you have it, gamers. If you've been toying around with Kings of War, that's a good look at what the book looks like. I have not had a chance to review the rules fully, so I'm going to shut my mouth on that right now. And this has been a book review of the Kings of War rulebook from Mantic Games by Matt Lemke through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. If you're watching this on our website, please click one of the social media links on the right-hand side of your screen to follow us. That way you will stay up to date with all of our reviews. Thank you. Have a good day.